When was the last time that you took a guilt-free break in the middle of your workday? Or maybe you're like my client, Kimberly, who stays up until 11 p.m. each night just to hear what she calls the earth sigh, because that's the only time in the day that feels like it's truly hers. Today, we're going to explore why rest isn't just a luxury, it's essential. Hi, I'm Danielle Colley and I'm here to help you to create a life that actually feels good to live. Let me share something that might sound familiar. In my early career days, I wore my busyness like a badge of honor. I'm so busy was my standard response to how are you? And I thought that being constantly on the go meant that I was successful and I was important and I was making it happen. But as I shared in my book, The Chocolate Bar Life, this constant busyness became my absolute undoing. My body was sending me warning signals, headaches, exhaustion. I was shouty and reactive with loved ones. But I wouldn't allow myself space and time to rest until I thought that everything was done. But nothing is ever done. That is the spoiler alert for this entire next segment of videos. It is never all done. Dr. Matthew Walker, a renowned neuroscientist and sleep expert, discovered that our brains literally cannot function optimally without proper rest. It's not a luxury. It is a biological necessity, like the caramel in our chocolate bar. Without it, nothing else tastes as good. So let's take a closer look at the chill factor, right? When you take a break, your brain isn't shutting down. It's switching into what scientists call the default mode network. Just as your body needs time to digest food, your brain needs time to digest experiences and information. The default mode network is like your mental digestive system. When you rest, it processes everything that you've consumed, extracting the nutrients such as the insights and connections, and then eliminating what you don't need. So how do we create these digestion breaks for our brain? My client Annette worked in public health during COVID-19 pandemic. That global emergency created just such a ginormous workload and pressure in the public health system. She was working like 20-hour days. Even after the immediate crisis passed, that sense of urgency remained. While we helped her to get to dial back her output and to regain a sense of normalcy, she brought in some bite-sized pieces of rest, right? She discovered that adding these small pops of rest throughout her day actually increased her productivity while decreasing her stress. That's interesting, right? But research shows that regular rest periods help to improve your decision making. They enhance your creativity, they strengthen your memory, they reduce your stress, and they increase your overall level of productivity. In fact, studies have found that taking regular breaks can make you so much more productive than if you'd worked straight through. Not that I'm preaching more productivity here, but it is interesting to note, don't you think? Right? Don't you think? Rest doesn't have to mean a week-long meditation retreat, right? If you can, have at it, right? But most of us cannot. Rest can be as simple as these like pops of rest throughout your day. I sometimes catch myself judging my husband for wasting a free afternoon watching his latest TV series on TV, right? But what I think is wasting time is him intentionally choosing to recharge his batteries doing something that he enjoys doing. I need to just like cut him some slack and give him some space. He does it his way and I can do it mine. What I needed to learn from this is that rest isn't something that needs to be earned, yeah? It's something to be honored as essential. The most effective rest practices that I've found with my clients are often the simplest ones. These pops. Take 3 to 5 deep breaths in between meetings, or maybe a 5-minute meditation at your desk, a quick walk outside without your phone, gazing out the window, daydreaming for 2 minutes. These teeny little moments, they give your brain a chance to process, to integrate, and to reset. In our next video, we'll explore how to create these pops of rest in your busy days even when your calendar looks like a game of Tetris. We'll discover practical strategies that only take minutes but deliver hours worth of benefits. Remember, setting boundaries around rest isn't selfish, it's smart. You wouldn't drive your car without fuel, so why run your brain that way? Give yourself permission to rest. It's not just a nice to have, it is necessary to thrive. I'll see you next time, and until then, be your own friend.